Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, for those trying to get on my Facebook account, just letting them know now that I'm unable to connect. So, go over to YouTube. So, my live cannot connect. Go to my YouTube. Good morning. So, if you're, you won't be able to know that this is happening YouTube page. So on my Mary June Tracy page, for some reason, things aren't connecting. So I'm only on the Guru Mama and the YouTube. So that's fine. I can do a little one. I'll do one later on, see how it works on my YouTube live there. So good morning, everybody. Whew. A lot of radical. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Candace is here. It doesn't matter. Candace is here. Yes. What radical energy already this morning. That's coming through, and you're probably going to be seeing it within the cosmos or around with your energies. Yes, with your energies, nobody else's. The sun is trining the moon in Aries. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire in that cosmos. This is a day that you just need to take a breath, step backwards. Or not step backwards, but just take a step, sidestep. So it is a little bit funky for energies. Funky. All right, let's get going. So much energy, so much information coming in all at once, and I'm just trying to sort it all out and put everybody in their own little compartments. That's what I'm trying to do. It is. The energies are absolutely, it is a good day. I mean, the energies are there. If you're, with that beautiful moon in Leo, Mars is at 29 degrees and it's on Regulus. This is really about the heart. This is bringing in the heart. This is bringing in the energies of connection and bringing in those beautiful energies of connection and connecting with your heart. Jupiter has gone back into Aquarius and it is opposite Mars. And in that connection and coming into this beautiful energy, it is about being the warrior of your path, being the warrior of where you are heading, right? Standing in who you are and not falling for false identity or the falseness. And there is that out there. It's like with where Uranus is right now, it's full in Nazi Germany energy there. But you don't have to go into it if you don't want to play to that, because that's where I'm going to call it the cult. That is the cultish kind of energy. And if you're standing in your truth and going along, this is like, this is where I am heading towards. This is what I want to be doing and not get tricked. And that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of little tricksters out there that want to trick you and get you and get you into something that maybe you don't want to do or you don't want to belong to. And it's like, no, we're not doing that. We're going over here. You keep your little trickster energy. And with Pluto or not, well, Pluto, we'll let Pluto do what Pluto's doing. We'll talk about him in a minute with that Pluto-Zeres square. And because anyways, we'll talk about that in a minute. But with Jupiter being that magician coming back, because Jupiter's got to spend longer than 4 months in a sign. So he's coming back, finishing off. He won't be going forward mode. He's going to go back up to the 22, 23 degree mark. And he's not going to be going in a forward motion till October 19th. So we're still going to be in that energy of this magician. But is the magician being the spellbound? Did he spell himself? Which is a very interesting concept. So looking at your energies and what you are casting. What are the things that you are wanting to cast out into your own standing into that energy. There is a lot of that wanting to be accepted, wanting to be a part of. So many people out there are going to be feeling, it is a crazy day. So, and defining your life. And this is where it's like wanting to light up. So the search of happiness, where are you needing to detach? The clarity, the happiness, where is it that's going to bring you that happiness, right? And it's up for you to take those steps, not up to anybody else to take the steps. It's up to you to take those steps upon your road. And this is where, many are searching for for more answers, and if you're still like, oh, I just need more answers, I just don't know what to do. And I'm just like, man, with the energies, that are coming in, there's going to be some wild changes that are going to come in. And this energy is really going to bring up all the way into December. So we're having this energy coming all the way into December of definition, of defining, and where it's going to be led, where things are going to be led. Now, a few things when we're, out there in the cosmos land and the craziness that's happening, not only weather-wise with, crazy flash floods, the ocean being on fire. Let's see. Riots, uproar. So we have all of that that's going on, tornadoes, fires. So we have a lot, when it comes to the earth reacting, a lot of shifting and moving. And it is that movement beneath the feet that's coming in. And within that shifting and moving, this morning during the meditation and at the end of our meditation, the next one, by the way, is August 2nd, was the ego eradicator. So if you're wanting to come and join me for that one, Archangel Michael came in. Archangel Metatron was there with the diamonds and putting the diamond into our solar chakra and really activating that diamond energy of protection and coming through. And as it comes through, because it's the diamonds of facets, it's like defining where you are wanting to project your energy, what kind of energy you want to project out, what energy do you want to harness in with that. And then Archangel Michael came in and he was bringing in amethyst. Amethyst was coming in very strong today and bringing in that amethyst energy of the upper chamber of the heart. That's what I call it, the upper chamber of the heart, from the throat to the heart. And this upper chamber up here, as soon as I'm putting this on here, I could just feel it bringing in this energy and coming in for protection and healing. So Michael, I really felt very strongly today, and I still feel him with me and being around. And he is the angel. He is the angel of protection. He is the angel for all the soldiers, for the police force, for the firemen, for the border control. He is the one who watches over them. And he is very, very strong right now. And a portal in Jasper. He also has Lake Louise. Lake Louise is also a portal for him. And then there's another portal too with Mariam Lake. So that is another portal. I can't remember what alignment that is. I think that's Raphael. And the alignment that it goes down to Mount Shasta. And it's on the parallel line to Mount Shasta. And bringing in the energy from Mount Shasta, and Mount Shasta being the connection to the Pleiadians and Saint Germain. And Saint Germain is the ascendant master that works with Michael in bringing in the purple flame. And this energy that I feel that's so strong is that, and I keep on seeing it, it is like this lineup of angels that are this force field of protection, a force field of protection to allowing, the light to continue to shine, because across from Jupiter is an asteroid that starts with L, and the Lord of the Underground. And as he is across from Neptune, he is trying to stop the light from, because I mean, Neptune, yes, there is the propaganda, but with all that enforcement, looking at, there is that connection to God. Pisces is the higher end and is wanting to bring in the connection of the divine, the ethers, the cosmos. And there is this fortifying energy of angels that are standing there, that are there for our protection. And many who have fallen for the false god, the Taurus, the cow, and the falsities of that. And what they're showing me is that who wins, the lion or the cow? Who's going to win? Right? So there's this energy that's coming in that is showing us like who is coming in to fortify and protect. And the fortification and the protection is coming in very strongly and showing us that, yeah, the cow may win some, but not all. And it is where we have to be aware of, because where the Palladians are and the North Node, coming into that truth of the actions of where we want to put our heart, coming in as the warrior of Aquarius coming in as the warrior energy of saying, here is where we're going to stand, as Mars is with Regulus, shining this light down, the steadiness of this star, the steadiness of this regal energy of who we are, and honoring that energy within us all. This is getting amped up with our passion, and allowing for our passion to come forth, and not to be afraid of the shadows that may appear around you or within someone else. It is that movement of energy that's coming in. And many times when you think of like, ooh, I want to belong, this is an exclusive club, this cultish energy says that's not where the light is. That's not where the light is. So it is us within our uniqueness and our individuality. Ooh, just got deja vu very strongly. Whew, that was crazy. Wow. That I haven't had something like that in a long time. That was like, wow, that was like a real shifting movement there, coming in where we stand in that that truth. And where amethyst, a lot of people, when they have amethyst, yes, it's pretty, it's great for headaches, because headaches were coming in too. And the amethyst was because I feel like people might be feeling a lot of pressure, especially within the within your brain, for headaches and stuff. So, and I got frontal lobe, but I got something to do with the center of your brain, the nebula. I can't remember what's in the center of your brain. Anyways, there's a part within the center of the brain, and it's like almost like it's throbbing for a lot of people. So it's really either being activated or mobilized. So people may be experiencing very unusual headaches, or if you have headaches, maybe they might be more intensified. I'm sorry, but this is where, taking that time, using the amethyst, using a dark room. So not to be afraid of the darkness. The darkness can actually come in as a healer with this energy too. So taking that that breath, that sitting. This is when it's okay to go into the cave and get ourselves recentered in it. Now, Mount Shasta a couple months ago, and I thought it was really going to blow, but it's been doing puffs of smoke because it is a volcano, right? And so Mount Shasta has been shaking a bit too. So there's a shaking of Mount Shasta that's coming in. And as Candace says, in lining to New Zealand, yes, and Egypt, with the major pyramids that are there that are aligned to um or Orion's belt. So I feel like there's this energy of creation that's coming in and bringing in a new creation of energy for us, and not to fall into the false creation that is being presented to us through false idols. And that's where they keep showing me the cow, and I guess that must be because of Moses, because Moses, it's like coming down from the mountain, and everyone is praising the cow, right? So praising the cow. So where are the false idols in your life that you are praising and you need to walk away from? Because it's like, it's like, it's easy to go back to the old. It's easy to go back to what we knew, and it's harder to go back to the newness, or what we feel is the direction of where we're supposed to be going, kind of thing. Because that seems harder to do. But with this stone, and then of course Archangel Michael's always, my rock. So the rock coming in and bringing that fortification of energy and diligence. It is that diligent. It is that practice of, no, this is what I got to, this is what I have to do. The practice I have to do to continue my divine walk. This is what I need to be doing to continue my divine walk. If I am not, if I'm not going to create a healthier lifestyle for myself, I could go back to the way it was because it seems easier. But there's so much detriment that is caused there. So this is where it's like, okay, what is your practice, and how are you doing your due diligence within your own self, and upon your light, and upon your path, and choosing that for self. So it is a very it's a strong day. It's a very strong, powerful, energetic day that's bringing in a lot for us. And for some, it might be, it's a lot to integrate within your system, because there is the intensity. That's why amethyst is coming in to help you to integrate this energy through you. And the Palladians are coming in very strongly too today. I haven't felt them for a while, so I feel the Palladians are coming in quite to help us to organize. And it's almost where I feel I get like we're being called to arms. So we're being called to arms. So it's where we are being shielded, and shields are being put upon us so that we are able to stand in our truth, So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There's so much that's coming in to divide us in many different ways. And some of the things that are coming in to divide us are things that are going to pull our heartstrings. And that's where Michael says, be aware. Things are going to come in and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's horrific. That's horrible. How could they ever have done that? But it is he's telling me it's false. He goes, yes, there's a reality to it, but the falseness is that it's trying to divide the people so that you don't come together in unity, and you don't come together so that things can take a change or take a turn. So it is easier to divide where we can pull at the heart, pull at where you feel you know, um, where you feel like this couldn't be true, right? This is so horrific or whatever. And the analogy I used, in this morning, and they're showing it to me again, is like in the Vietnam War. Um, Many soldiers were killed because they used women and they used children as bombs. And it came to where, soldiers were like, well, I can't just go kill a woman on the side of the road, but there she is holding a bomb, and she would, attack kill the whole troop. So he's showing me that there are things like that are going to come forward. And many who try to come forward may be bribed in many ways, Now, there is, because with that Eris, and it's going to bring in Pluto, brings in sexual deviance, and brings in um, the abusers, trying to bring abusers to the forefront. Yet, the thing is, it is hard for some to walk that and to hold their accusers to their crimes. And we will see that some will be held, but those who were victimized by the abuse may not be able to hold to that truth, or they may be bribed. They might end up, going and fading away and being to silence them. So some silencing may be done on those who are trying to come to the forefront and to bring their accusers, their abusers forward. And that's with that of things that are happening now. And so, of course, there's a divide. People want to jam their opinions down people's throats. Yeah, yeah. And when you do speak out, know that you may be condemned, and that's why many don't are silenced, because they're afraid. And Archangel Michael has shown me not to be afraid, of that. Because when you're standing in that truth of love, there's even those that you don't even think are a part of it, those that you think, oh my God, how could they be a part of that, or how could they? It's that they're making money from it. There's a lot, making money from this falsity that's coming forth, not only from those abusers or any or things like that. There's people who are making money from past horrific crimes, horrific things that have happened, and people are profiting from this, and they've been profiting from it for a long time. So this is where there's a resurgence of that. And like many things that seem to be really like a good cause, we have to be able to have our discernment to take the step back and say, if this is such a good cause, why are they destroying houses, or why are they burning this down? Why is this all happening if this is supposed to be something that's a good cause, or trying to make a change in the world? So this is where the angels are coming in to say we have to really have our discernment, and standing in our light, and standing in this beauty of the road that we are undertaking, and not get lost in the false idols of it all. And that's where that cow comes in, is the false idol, and showing us the false idols, and not to fall for the false idols, because there's a lot that's coming in that's, and it seems, like, oh my God, that's horrific. And then it's like, what's going on here? Let me find out more about this. And when people dig deeper, if people do dig deeper, they would find out, huh, so this has already been dealt with. So what What? Oh, it was dealt, these are the things that people aren't realizing. It's just that maybe there wasn't the social media that there is now to cover it. So that's where a lot of interesting factors are coming in. Or people are just wanting to hate. Haters are going to hate, right? Or they're wanting, or some people are looking for more money or backing. I mean, so that's the other thing. So more of this, like this is all unfolding. Like more of this is like, it's like, when you're folding in a cake, and it comes, all of this is coming to the front because it has to be seen. It has to be seen. And for us, it is standing in our light and, looking into our own magic and stepping into that beautiful, glistening, diamond faceted energies that are coming in from Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael coming in. And I feel like the goddesses are definitely there. Like I know Hecate is definitely there, but I feel Isis is there too. Isis is coming in, and she's very coming in with a lot of love, but she is the one who can create new realities. So she's a beautiful goddess to work with, to creating new realities is Isis. So we have that coming forth. So we have a lot of positive energies that are there, that's happening for us. And there's such beauty that's there for us. We just have to be aware of the falsities that are being shown to us. Good here compared to many other countries. Yeah, we do. And we do forget that. So this is, looking at what there is for us and how we can create it. So for those, my new meditation begins August 2nd, and it is the Ego Eradicator. And I'm really excited about doing this because it really helps us to step into our higher ego, into our higher part. The lower ego wants us to stay in the fear, and it is the one that wants us to run away and hide, and keeps us always in that tension, where the other part of our ego that really helps us to define and get things done and learn new things and step out from behind the veil and allowing our light to shine, is coming forward in so many ways. Some people have water stolen from them, so people here can drink bottled water while they have nothing. Yeah, it is. You go to Paris. If you in Paris, they have free water everywhere and free sparkling water. And they have places where you can actually go fill out the water, and the water comes from their own sources, right? And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So that's the beauty of it. Is the one thing is here in like water, we can turn on our tap and the water is there and it's clean, and it's we're very blessed to be able to have that, and be able to have that for us. Yes, and in Italy, straight from the fountain. Yeah, it's just the resources are there. Now I saw somebody showed me a river or something, I think it was in the States, that it's practically dried up from 2 years ago, and I'm just thinking, wow, that's interesting. With that river drying up and stuff. So I mean, our water is constantly recycled. I mean, the condensation of our water, it's constantly being recycled, goes up into the clouds, comes down, rains, and goes up and comes down. So it's constantly being recycled. So we have a constant recycling of it. For some of us, anyways, there's indigenous lands that don't have clean water. Do more investigation. I'm going to say that because I do know some elders that do more investigations on that, because sometimes your own people won't allow things to happen because they're getting paid off. And that is things that has to be investigated, and causes great pain to the rest of the people. And that's a lot of things that people don't look at. There's things that have happened, and boundaries that have been put up by their own people, which is unfortunate, and it's wrong. So and it is where not all of it is going to be in the forefront, not all of it's going to be seen. And it's like the Inuit women who are trying to get first transition homes for abused women up in the Northwest Territories and beyond, but can't, because the ones who sit on council won't allow it, and those are the abusers. So it is a battle that is ongoing. It is a battle that's been going on for a long time. It is like one of those battles that when they move people around because they're a pedophile, and or hide things because they don't want anybody to see what's going on. Strathmore, it's a horrific res out there, but things could get done definitely if the elders step in or if the chief steps in, but it's not. And there's a lot of crack houses out there, and there's a lot of, unfortunately, ODs and all kinds of things. But this is where that Pluto and Eris square is bringing things up around there. Yeah, our Governor General. How did she get that? She doesn't speak French. She does speak, I think she speaks Cree and her own language, and she speaks English. So she is there, but that's another controversy with her coming in. I think it's beautiful. I hope she does a lot of good in what she was doing. She's been appointed to be the Governor General of Canada. So she's basically appointed by the Queen. The Queen approved of the appointment. So, but yeah, it's just the whole system's fucked. The whole system is fucked. I think it was great timing in bringing her in. I think the timing. It's just like this is happening, and then whoa, push! Like where did she pop up from? You don't think that this has been planned in some way? Like, oh, I don't know. It's just interesting. When you sit back and you watch, it's just like some of this is. Just shake my head. Just shake my head. Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice. Well, the C-10 bill in Canada was not passed. The Senate has closed for the summer. The Senate closed, so it didn't even get onto the floor. And with that being said, so I mean, there is no, for the government coming in on our social media and things like that for now. If Trudeau decides to pull an election, I mean, he's talking about calling an early election. We'll see if he does or doesn't. And if he does and he gets back in, then he has to take that bill and really start it all. Yeah, you can. He's got to start it up from the very beginning. So there's it's just so many things. I like to get in. Yeah. And it's just so many crazy things. So that's where Archangel Michael's coming in, and he's saying, standing in your truth. Don't be afraid to speak out. For changes have to happen. And there's, with the things that, with Uranus and Taurus, I mean, we're right in the midst of Nazi Germany, and history, when it repeats itself, it isn't, we don't see it exactly the way it was before, but there's a lot of similarities that are there. I mean, the demand to wear a wristband is very much like that of wearing the Star of David for the Jews. I feel like I'm going to be a protester. when I'm a crazy old lady. uh yes, I can see you. I can see you sitting, and then they're carrying you away as you're still sitting in in easy pose. You're just like, not moving. They're carrying you off. So I just, yeah. So, but I'm trying for those for those who subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I am looking at putting in more content. So I've been learning how to do that, and so wanting to do more content onto my YouTube page, because my goal is to get um, at least 1,000, get 1,000 plus viewers onto my YouTube page. And really, that's, I love doing this stuff. I do. I love going on and chatting and have people, come in and have a chat with me. And I love reading the comments from people. It's, this is it's kind of, it's like, it's my drug, people, it's my drug. So to like and subscribe, because of course if you like my videos, then that really helps the algorithm, you know and get things going. So this is where I'm not sure if I might be changed. I know I'm going to keep my YouTube page for now, and just let me get some followers before I do anything. And this is, where for me, because of things, um well, yeah, I've seen people who can make money doing this, and this is, being a projector, which is where my energy is. I'm a projector, so I'm not a manifestor generator or a generator. This is where whatever I do, I just gotta keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and change it a little bit and just keep going and doing what I'm doing. And when people find me, they find me. So um that's what I want to do. But I've noticed when I look at people's birth chart and um see that they're a manifestor and manifestor generator, well, their energy's there, their energy just goes right, and people just like boom, it just vibrates different than that of, say, a projector who goes, just constantly has to do what they do. And especially if they love what they do, to continue to do it, right? um so I wish I could manifest. I don't know, have you looked at your body graph before, Candace? And so looking at your, I don't know, did I put you in here? Log in. Everybody has to know that this is all about Candace, right? For your human design. Well, you're a generator with the sacral authority. So you're a generator. So so when we look at your human design works with astrology. It works with the I Ching and your chakras, and how your energy goes. So what happens for you, so a generator with a sacral, meaning that for you can go. So when you get going, you go. You are a gangbuster, right? But you're a generator. So you will go to the point of burnout where you have to refuel, and then you have to take that time to refuel. Like if you don't refuel, then you could get really sick. So you're just like, you could go, 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 but you're a generator, but you have to, you're a responder. So, having to respond, and you carry your life purpose within your sacral. So literally the source of life energy on the planet. You are here to use the energy to work and to love the work you do. So if you don't love it, you're not going to do it. And when you're living in the right way, you experience satisfaction and enjoyment. So using up your energy each day and awakening refreshed. So you need time, you need downtime, you need time to refresh, you need time to regenerate. If you don't take that time to regenerate, then it's, it can take its toll on you again, right? So, because you got to think of how a generator works. See, a generator can go, 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 but it needs to have that off switch to take that time away. So that's what and then there's the manifestors who can manifest things. They got to really watch how they do that. And a manifestor generators are who's a fine example of a manifestor generator? Beyonce. Beyonce's a manifestor generator. Like, she can, whatever she does, and it's got to feel right, and she'll collaborate. But if it doesn't feel in her energy, like in her solar plexus, hers is in her solar plexus, then she won't do it. And allowing herself to stand out. Maybe that's why I've been feeling blocked for so long, forcing me to stop. Yeah, it would. Definitely would get you to stop, take a time out, refuel, and making sure it's the right fuel for you. So however you refuel yourself, if you get into the lower vibrations, then it can really cause issues. How do you figure that out again? I take your birth date and your time of birth, and I put it into a program, and it'll tell me what your Raylene, it'll tell me what you are. And I don't have Raylene in here. I thought I did. Thought I had you, Raylene. So I can look yours up and send it to and let you know for you. And there's also my book. Hey, hang on. There's a book. There's always a book. Just talk amongst yourself as I'm looking for the book. And I think I've shown the book before, Understanding Your Human Design. So, and the human design, this was founded in the 20th century by the late spiritual teacher Ra Ura Hu. The human design is often called the new astrology and the intercession of science and spirituality. The human design chart is formulated by taking your birth date, time, and location and extrapolating specific personality traits and life paths from convergence. So that's what it is. And it goes through. So when we look at a human design, we look at the lines and the profiles, and what chakra is very defined or undefined. So what is open and what is closed within your makeup. And so when you understand that, like for me, when I got to understanding that I was a projector, then I really, that opened, understand, because I love astrology. So understanding that, okay, there's a reason why I can't just go and manifest. Like, I can go and create something, but in creating it as a projector, it takes time. It takes that perseverance. And a lot of times within that perseverance of being a projector, you can get angry. You can feel, everybody else is fucking doing it. Why can't I, kind of thing. So as a projector, which is very few of us, and projectors are leaders, right? They are the leaders within the world. They come in to be the leaders within this. And 34. The only thing that I have confirmed is that I was the only baby out of 5 that made my mom and dad get out of bed. Oh. So, understanding. So, as a projector, sometimes we can be bitter. We can burn out very easily. So, we really have to make sure that we replenish. We have an undefined or open sacral center and have no defined line for the motors to the throat. So 20% of the population are projectors. So when we go out there, when we look at a generator, they can get frustrated, quit too soon, and can feel stuck. They're sustainable energy, self-aware, and energetic. And generators have tremendous sustainability energy, and they are only type designed to work. So when generators are doing the correct work, they turn on their sacral and they move. They have a defined sacral. So if you're doing something you love, you're gone. You're doing it. Nobody's going to stop you. So generators will feel frustrated if they do not find the right work and the right expression of their life force. Frustration, however, is a natural part of a generator. So generators must understand the energy of frustration is in order to attract new things to respond. So understanding that, if you're feeling frustrated about something, that's either you're not getting a response to something or you're needing to get a response to, like you really need to redirect or start to look into a new way. But basically the generator is designed to lead a happy, fulfilling life when they let life show up for them. So when things show up for you and that lights you up, you go for it. It's Understanding Human Design by Karen Curry. So no baby card with the name and time of birth. So this is it just gives you you have no connection between the motor and the throat usually. And that doesn't mean you don't speak up or you don't talk. It's just not as defined. And it's to wait to respond and know thyself. So if you're feeling frustrated about something, that's when you have to back off. And you got to wait for things to happen. And generators are raised to say to just do it and make it happen. And 70% of the population is raised to just go out and do it. And they are frustrated because it doesn't work. So for you, it's mainly waiting to respond. So people might get frustrated with you because they can't, you don't respond as quickly as what they want you to, but you're just not feeling it. You're not in that energy force, and you're like, no, I'm going to wait a moment and then I'll do it. This really helped me to really understand more about how I move and how I adjust, and why I needed time to regenerate. Like if I don't take time to regenerate, I can make myself really sick. When I was doing a lot of healings, by the end of the day, I would be just out of it, because that's not where my energy is supposed to be, because I was utilized. I was just going. And that's just not, that just didn't work. But projectors are very insightful, they're intuitive, and they're magnetic and attractive. So we can bring things to us, and we help focus energy to accomplish great things. So projectors are the ones who, usually they work with a manifestor generator, or they work with a generator, because they help them to focus. They help them to, this is what you need to look at, and work with them. So they get a lot more done. Um, but they simply don't have the same energy for work as a generator. So a generator could go through and get a bunch of shit done, and a projector's like, I can't do it right now. Time with the book. Understanding Human Design by Karen Curry. And she has a training program. She's been teaching people how to wake up to their magnificence and discovering since 1985. So his Raw Yuri, he's Canadian, and he in I think it was in the 80s, he left his family. He says, I need space. And so he went to some place in Spain, and on his way back to his place, which was out of the way, it was all lit up. And it was like weird why it was all lit up. Anyways, he went in, and I guess there were aliens, we'll call them, or energies that were there, and he got huge downloads to do this. And he started to write all this information down, right? Came back 30 years later. So in doing this work for human design, so it's, there's another one, like there's the astrology, then there's the human design, and then there's another one called the Golden Keys, I believe it is. And that really comes in with even more detailed energies, and working with, and that's where I've been looking into a lot to do with the Venus projections and the Venus energies. So, and it's been interesting in doing this. So yeah, learning about it, it's an off and on learning thing, in working with this. But I find it fascinating because there's so much information that's there. But I find it does help with my coaching and working with coaching and helping people, because it gives you an understanding of where you need to sort of take a time out and where you can just go. Like most projectors I know don't sleep. Like manifestor generators, I mean, don't sleep. They are go, 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 go. If they sleep, they usually have odd hours too, because that's their creative ability, right? Creative ability. Yeah. Wouldn't the province have it, Raylene? I was just thinking, because they must have some record. I'm just thinking, of your time of birth or something on record, because they always have the time of death of everybody on record. So the time of birth, not sure, maybe. I know, like my father and those that were born at home, they never really wrote it down. So interesting. So Christine, music and life. Hello and welcome, Christine. Thank you. They have a record of birth but can't confirm the time. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy, man. So at least we got a 3 a.m. There are astrologers that can tell by looking at you sort of what your rising sign would be, just by, you got a mole here, and then bang, they can really That's not my forte. Figure out what your time of birth are. So, so yeah. So that's interesting. I don't know what hospital I was born in. I think it might have been the same hospital, but who knows? My parents said I was born at 8. That's what my mother said. She looked up at the clock and it was 8 o'clock. I just popped in, so I'm wondering what you're talking about because it sounds very interesting. Well, I usually come on every day. I was talking about the energies of the day and the astrology and the information that I've been receiving from Archangel Michael and the Saint Germain and Archangel Metatron and the Archaeas. So the Archaeas are the female energies. And you think your mom was born under a tree. And then we started talking about our energies, and I brought out this book, Understanding Human Design by Karen Curry. So we were talking about how people's energies are and how we respond to the things in our life, where a lot of times in life you are told, oh, you can just go out and do it, just do it. And that's not your energy. Your energy is to sit back and maybe be the responder, right? Mom said she found me under a cabbage patch. So projectors, for me, that's what I am. Health wise are here to be wise about others, but their insight about other people sometimes leaves them blind to themselves and their own needs. So projectors are very much putting other people forward with that. So, yeah, my siblings used to say they should have pounded on mom and dad's door on Saturday morning instead of watching TV. And this is a great book because it does have affirmations for your energy. You're talking about the time you were born. How does that connect with your energy? I was born at 4:16. Well, it's all depending on your time of birth, right? So your time of birth, the date of your birth, and where you were born, because that will be your natal chart. That's going to give you your energy of what your natal chart is, knowing what your sun, moon, and rising sign is, and where the other planets were on the day. So that is your blueprint for stepping into this world. And understanding what your blueprint is gives you an idea of how you react to certain things, how you respond to certain things, why maybe you're a chatterbox, or maybe why you're a little bit more quiet than the rest of the people. So, and putting it in. So there's a lot of places online like astro.com you could go to, and you could put your information on there. It's going to give you your natal chart. And then you can look at what that means, and gives you a general idea of what the planets are doing and how they're interacting on your chart. And when you get a little understanding of how your energy works, then you can see, okay, well, this is why I'm always batting my head, because that's really not in my alignment, or I came in with a lot of karma, or I came in to work on certain things in my life, and this is where my energy, that I need to work on. And so it gives you a guiding light. It's a blueprint on the energies of where you were born. So, a couple things just by looking at the date. I know that your Pluto was in Scorpio. I know that you have Uranus and Neptune in Capricorn. And so and then of course your sun is in Cancer. So I know those types of things. And yes, I do natal charts. I do. I do natal charts. I just know I'm a Cancer, but I never went deeper than that. Yeah, and it helps to. I do this for a living. This is what I do for a living. Being an astrologer and psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and astrologer, helping to guide people. And when we look into your chart and stepping into that, it opens doorways. It helps to open doorways, like understanding that For me, my moon is in Scorpio, or my moon is in Cancer, and my rising side's in Cancer. And then I have a lot of Scorpio energy because my sun is in Scorpio and stuff. So that makes me understand a lot more of what's going on there. Knowing a little bit just by understanding how the planets move, that's where I know that your Pluto's in Scorpio. So you're a millennial and you've come in to make changes in the world. Yet possibly you get very frustrated with the way the things are going in the constructions of the world, and trying to figure out why this world is doing what it's doing. And you also have Saturn in Capricorn. So your Capricorn is very strong, even though that you're a Cancer, even though that's your sun. So wherever your sun is highlighting that of your Capricorn energy and the structures of it. But you're outside, you try to be very, coming into understanding your emotions and understanding how your emotions work in a world that can be unemotional. So that can cause you a lot of stress within your own self, and a lot of stress in dealing with other people, and even within relationships, because you're wanting to be possibly like others, but yet that's not where you are, and that's not how you are. Belong in this world for a long time, like I'm waiting for the mothership to beam me up. And yeah, and you just went through your Saturn return. So your Saturn return happened when you were 28, 29, 29ish, thereabouts. And so a lot of changes in your life, a lot of new directions, looking at your life, reevaluating, is this the direction I need to go to? And is this what I need to be? And with Neptune and Uranus in your Capricorn, that means you don't like regular structures. You've come in to change the structures. The millennials are here to make changes. You guys are energy. You're here to hold down the new energies into the world. Yet, a lot of times it's frustrating. It's overwhelming because everything's all fucked up within your own self, within the world around you. So you would tune out in some way, or want to tune out in some way. And this is where, when you understand, like within the human design and your natal chart, it's like, you know what? I don't need to tune out. I just need to honor who I am. I need to honor the road and the path that I'm on, so that I can shine my light as bright as I can. And if other people don't like it, hence that takes a lot of Cancer, because the Cancer sometimes wants to mold towards other people and make everybody else feel comfortable, where it's like, I don't have to mold towards you. I don't have to do that. I need to honor myself and in the direction I need to go, because that's where I can create my happiness and my peace and my love within my world. So there you go, Christine. You say music and life. Music, definitely. Bring in that music. Bring in that beautiful joyousness within your world. And if you want to, definitely book in. Go to thegurumama.com. Along the bottom of my my video here is my website, so you can go there and you can book an appointment if you wish. And definitely we can pull up your natal chart and go into it more in depth. I do everything on Zoom. It's live and it is recorded. So, but yeah, stepping into the beauty and allowing yourself to shine. But yeah, I mean, the mothership keeps floating by all of us. It just keeps going by saying, nope, sorry, honey, you still got to be on this earth walk because you still got shit to do. And you're like, fuck, no, please come back. So the mothership is still flying by, just peeks in on us every once in a while and says, nope, you're still here. That's okay. You can still keep going, because you got a lot more things to do on your earth walk. And even though you shake your head and you say, no, I don't want to fucking stay anymore, and so then you go and zone out and it's like, no, step back from the zoning out and allow for the light to shine. So you're very welcome. There's good and bad things about that generation. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to a Gen X, because I'm a 63, so I'm a late baby boomer, borderline Gen X. So 63 is kind of a really weird year. And where millennials are the ones with the most hallucinogenic drugs. Excuse me, I gotta get my water. They've had more hallucinogenic drugs with millennials, and there's actually more mental illnesses within millennials. Diagnosed mental illness, I should say, within them. So they're the ones with the ADHD, ADD, bipolar, personality disorders, finding out that they're on different spectrums of the autism spectrum are within the millennials. MDMA, different forms of ecstasy, oxy, and other man-made drugs have been a huge one for millennials, and for checking out. So I need to make a landing spot. Yeah, make just mow a piece of your lawn there. Here, just land here, and it'll just wave at you. Still stuck in the PSD, so still stuck in that high stress and that anxiety, definitely. And that's the other part too, because of, even where your Uranus is, you're having a Uranus in Capricorn, and right now it's Uranus is now in Taurus. I mean, it's not easy, because Uranus wants to have freedom. It wants to be free. It wants to do its thing. Uranus is electricity. It doesn't want to be stuck in Earth. So it causes a lot of issues, right? And wants to make structural change. So, and trying to make that structural change within the world around it. Bad personality disorder, yeah. And it's unfortunate. The unfortunate thing is, because in our world is not set up to help people with personality disorders, or with PSD, or with any forms of, it's easier to medicate, and keep people medicated and numbed so that they don't feel, instead of understanding that, oh, well, maybe it's a nutritional thing, and maybe there's other things that are going on, especially when it comes to where the Uranus is. Of course, they don't understand astrology, because Uranus will eat up a lot of the minerals within the body and a lot of the vitamins within the body, because it's electric, right? And being in an earth sign, it eats up a lot of that energy. So a lot of people right now are going through low grade anxiety because of Uranus activation and the square to Saturn. And it's just it's harsh. It's harsh. Hence I got a son who lives on the streets of Vancouver, and when I do hear from him, it's odd, because when he's having a good day and a bad day, just by his conversations and some of the words that he uses. So, and where he says, oh, I'm going to be on medication, and then the next thing he's not on medication because he doesn't feel he has to be on medication. So, but he was born in 90, so he has to figure out, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. So, but it is that, understanding your own self. It's coming in and honoring self, which is a big one. Meditation, gratitude is always, and prayer are the biggest things that I love to promote for people, because they're important for people. I feel it's important for you to have time to quiet the brain, take some breath work, or just following your breath. Asking, prayer, releasing what you need to release to spirit, and gratitude's coming in. Like in yoga, we come into our hands at our heart, because we're coming in gratitude. We're coming into that place of saying thank you for this day, thank you for all that I have, and thank you for all that is on its way. And blessing our path is so important. So it's kind of a craziness. 13 years to finally find closure and learn to accept my emotions and trauma of what happened. There's still hope for others. Definitely. And I believe there is, Christine. I believe there is. And stepping into getting the help is number one. Stepping into realizing I need something. Otherwise, my life is going to be really crazy than what it already is. Because we're in a craziness in the world at this time. So it's just honoring all of that and where we are. So, my loves, I've kept you here for quite some time. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it out. The differences that you want it to heal. Blessings. Yes, Candace, that is so true. Yeah, the wanting to heal, the wanting to change. And admitting and stepping into that, that is the glory. That is the fierce grace. I called it. It's the fierce grace that has come through you, Christine, to make those changes in your life. And it's, honor that fierceness that you have within you, and that fight to make those changes happen. It's, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing you did that, because you're here to shine light upon just being here, just shining your light. Thank you very much for doing that. And finding me on YouTube. Thank you. So my loves, I have to go check on my grandson. He has been very good. Playing his game and being very quiet. So, but I need to go and check on him. I have a new meditation starting out on August the 2nd. So if you're wanting to do the ego eradicator with me, that's how we're going to be doing it, with our little thumbs like this, doing the breath of fire. Get a hold of me. It's $25 for the whole month. And we're doing it Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And you can get a hold of me by just emailing me, and we'll put you on the list. So, and it'll be on Zoom every morning at 6 a.m. live. So if you are wanting to join, have a blessed day, everybody. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Have a blessed one, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad you found me too, Christine. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.